Welcome to Lundex channel that make your research simple. Today we are going to learn about standard curve, which is most important for the measurement of protein concentration, whether we are going to perform Western blotting or ELISA assay. What a standard curve? Standard curve is simply a graph which can be used to determine the concentration of unknown samples by comparing samples with a known concentration. It is most commonly used in protein quantification, just like ELISA, BCA. Why we use this one? Because we convert absorbance reading into actual concentration. It ensures accuracy and reliability. What is the basic principle? Basic principle is that dye color binds to protein. The color intensity is proportional to the concentration. It measures absorbance or OD value at a specific wavelength. We use known standards to create a curve and then interpolate unknowns. Linear equation y is equal to ax plus b. Here y is the absorbance or the reading or the value which we get by respect of photometer. X is equal to the actual concentration or protein concentration, which is our target we want to know. A is the slope, it's a line of standard curve. B is y-intercept, where the line crosses the y-axis. S, we already know absorbance, y value. We already know the absorbance or the reading from spectrophotometer. But we don't know about protein concentration. So we want to know protein concentration. Therefore, we can rearrange this formula into this one. That's called algebraic rearrangements that can be used for solving variables. So because we need to find the x value, therefore we convert this formula into this one. Let's practice in Excel sheet. This is the reading which I get during my experiment. This is just for demonstration. I usually run absorbance or samples into triplicates. So here is the triplicate 1, 2, 3. First of all, we need to take an average of the triplicate. Average. After that, we need to get a final absorbance. For the final absorbance, we must subtract the standard concentration, 0 standard concentration from all. Therefore, we need to copy this one. If we, as I already copy here, we need to copy this one, and we need to subtract from all. F5, yes, F5 minus 0.107667. Okay, now it should be 0, as we already get 0, and we scroll down. Now we get a final absorbance from all. So now second step is that we need to make a standard curve. For the standard curve, we need to select a standard concentration and final absorbance. And then we click insert and scatter plot. Okay, we made a mistake because here we select a sample 1, so therefore we don't select sample one, and now select. Okay, now we click this plus and add a trend, and then we need to click here and go to more option and click a display equation on chart and display r squared value. Sometime it is here, you cannot find here, so you need to click this one to go down and click display equation and display r squared value. Once we get this, now here what happens, we already get value for y, but we need to find value for x. So what we need to do is, we have this formula. For example, we can directly convert, as I already show, and this is the actual formula we need to convert for determination of x value. So x formula will be just like x is equal to y minus 0.0797 and divided by 0.05. In case of Excel, we need to give a bracket here. Okay, this formula will be used for this formula. For example, now we have sample 1 and sample 2. For suppose here the sample 1 and sample 2. Okay, now we want to, okay, I want to take this sample 1 and sample 2 here. Okay, here I want to calculate for sample 1 using x formulas. For example, is equal to now we need to put a y value. What is the y value? As I already mentioned, y is the absorbance, or the value which we get from spectrophotometer. This is the final absorbance, so we need to put a final absorbance, and just like we can directly put a value, or just select G13. Okay, G13 minus 0.0797. We need to put under bracket here, under bracket, and then divide by 0.005. okay, and here is the reading which we get, and we make a mistake here. We need to put 0.05, because here if we look at 0.05. okay, this is how now concentration, protein concentration for sample 1 is this, and protein concentration for sample 2 is this. This is how we measure the protein concentration by using a standard curve. Once again, I just briefly repeat. First of all, we need to run samples and triplicates. After getting absorbance from sample and standards, so standard concentration, then we get an average. After average, we need to get a final absorbance. After getting final absorbance, we use a final absorbance and standard concentration to make a standard curve. After making a standard curve, we need to display y-axis and r squared. And after that, we need to rearrange this formula into this one for finding a x value. So Then we use this formula by putting the values according to this formula, and we get this concentration. If you find this video is helpful for you, please subscribe my channel and give thumbs up. Thank you.